Hallo, salut, sunt eu, un haiduc și te rog, iubirea mea, primește fericirea. Alo, alo, sunt eu, Picasso, ți-am dat tip și sunt voinic, dar să știi, nu-ți cer nimic. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei, numai ei, numai ei, chipul tău și dragostea din tei, mi-amintesc de ochii tăi ei. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei, numai ei, numai ei, chipul tău și dragostea din tei, mi-amintesc de ochii tăi ei. Te sun să-ți spun ce simt acum.
Want a game like a pro? Find gear your way with the Google app. Tap the lens icon to search what you see.
Alo, iubirea mea, sunt eu, fericirea. Alo, alo, sunt iarăși eu, Picasso, ți-am dat bip și sunt voinic, dar să știi, nu-ți cer nimic. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei, numai ei, numai ei, chipul tău și dragostea din tei, mi-amintesc de ochii tăi ei. Vrei să pleci, dar numai ei, numai ei, numai ei, chipul tău și dragostea din tei, mi-amintesc de ochii tăi ei.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Michelle, we're French dancing around the house today. French dancing. Give me 1 second. Good morning. Dancing in French this morning. Good morning. We got to have it, pump it up a little bit in the mornings, right? Exception, good morning, no meeting. Okay. Oh, sheezy, this is the jam. How cool did Pops look with the glasses on this morning? Right? Right? Was I a daddy-o? Say daddy-o. Daddy-o. Give me 5 people that say daddy-o. Just say daddy-o. Fook, when you runk on my runk. That's funny. Daddy-o. Go, daddy-o. There you go, Taylor. Very cool. There's another daddy-o. Daddy-o. Screenshot it. Good, daddy-o. Cool AF. I love everyone. I love when people say AF. Everyone's cooler with sunglasses, Jeff. How come? Why is cool? Because we're wearing sunglasses. I can't read a thing on the screen or I'd leave them on. I can't read a thing without these silly glasses. You know what? They have that new eye drop out. There's a new eye drop that you can put in your eye and you supposedly won't need these. I only wear glasses to read close. So that would be so cool. That or Daddy-O should get LASIK. I should get a LASIK surgery. I'm thinking about it. Just it scares you when someone's coming close to your eyes. But they've done millions and millions of this procedure, so I should calm down. Let me see if I can get this to go live, and then we'll get started with today. Okay? Because IG just doesn't like us very much. They still don't like us very much. But that's okay. We don't care. We really just don't care. Michelle's had LASIK, have you? You have to be awake and you can smell and burn. Oh no, I don't want that. See, you just made it worse. Yeah. You saw that too, Gold? The little drops that they can put in your eye now. Hey, let's start this morning. We're going to start this morning with just slightly different. It's stuff we always do, but we're just going to do it together today. First 3 people that want a card pulled, I'm going to pull a card. Somebody, the universe said 3 people, the first 3 people that ask for a card pulled, I'm going to pull their card. Okay? Terry Newman, first one. The Slick and Mythical. Okay, so I'm going to do Terry, the, and Myth. So let me get those 3 cards pulled. Tomorrow, we're going to do the same thing. So be the first to wait till I ask. You must wait till the energy asks. When I ask, first 3 people, you're going to get your card pulled. Okay? So I shuffled this a little bit earlier. I did a nice shuffle on it. Poured some good energy into this. Terry, here's your card. Okay, Terry. Your card is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Okay? That's a beautiful card. That's for you, Terry. Knight of Wands. Terry, I don't know. I'm not a complete expert on every card right now. I'm learning the deck better. I used to know it a lot better. A lot of people here will know. But the idea is for you to go ahead and take a look at that yourself. Go look it up. Take 10 minutes and learn. Learn something about what the energy of the universe wanted you to get today. Okay? Let's go with the. Let's go with the Slick Kitten now. Okay? The Slick Kitten. We have death on the mind. We have death on the mind. There's probably something in your life that's going to change or fall away. Okay? The Slick Kitten. There you go. Absolutely, Miss Cat. The book you sent me will help, but it's a slightly different deck. Okay? This is the Thoth deck. But a lot of the cards are, they speak the same deck to deck. The Slick Kitten. It's a rebirth. New beginnings, Aunt says. It's not the prettiest card. Sure isn't as pretty as you, but it has something in there for you. And then we have one more card here for Mythical. I'll just do a quick shuffle. Mythical, this is going to be your card coming. Do you guys... Well, let me finish with Mythical. Okay. Here we go, Myth. The Four of Discs. Power. The Four of Discs. There's cards for you today, Mythical Grower. Okay? What a beautiful card. Foundation, right? That's a big foundation right there of power. Okay? So thank you for letting me do that this morning. May I ask a question? May I ask a quick question? Did you guys like that? Do you guys want me to continue to do that this week? Do you guys want me to pull 3? Give me the first 5 people to say yes or no. That was kind of, you're wasting our time, Pop. Go give us a car. Go give us toys. Give us presents instead. Yes? And you guys will be on it too. The next 3 won't be Terry, Thee, and Myth this week. We'll get 3 new people every day, okay? Let's do 3 new people every day. And I truly believe, I truly believe in the power of the energy and how it's communicating through universal symbology. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I thought that was pretty cool. Our next, oh, I want to read this. We're going to do some giveaways today. I have the hugest pile of presents that have been sent to me and to Brock. We have the hugest pile. Okay? See that pile down there? Look at that. Hugest pile you've ever seen. Gigantic pile. Mail call tomorrow morning. Okay? So if you've sent us something, be here tomorrow morning and we're going to open it. We're going to have fun tomorrow morning, open and mail call. But I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of time on mail call tomorrow. So I don't want to, there's a few other things we're going to cover today. Okay? So mail call. Okay? Tomorrow. I'm excited to I opened one of them. Well, let me go ahead and show you one. I opened one. And I'm a little confused. I'm not going to tell you guys the other one. Okay. If you guys remember, this week we're doing T-Box too. I'm going to do T-Box with choice. You guys will see what we're talking about. T-Box, because there's great stuff in here still. T-Box with choice is going to happen this week. If you guys remember, I've been writing on these with the white pen, and the investors wanted more ink. So we had to go to the wider tip ink because the investors thought that my signature, which is now up to 17 cents, okay? We're up to, I'm glad you guys like the box. We're back up to 17 cents right now on these, okay? Mostly because of the extra ink that we've included, right? I don't know who it was last week here. Somebody had a brilliant idea, said, Pops, why don't you use gold pens instead of the white ones? Boop, I got gold pens in the mail. From Amazon, from somebody decided, let's send these to Pops. I don't know who did though, because the Amazon didn't tell me who they came from. So I'm whoever sent these to me. So we could get these, we're gonna start. It's a box full of gold ones, okay? They're all gold in here, okay? And we're gonna start writing them in gold. I love this. Boop. We're gonna start writing them in gold. Gold's gonna move it up, Lizzie. Gold's gonna move the number up. So we still have whites. New ones are gonna be gold, okay? So do me a favor, let's figure out who sent these to me. Whoever sent them to me, I need to give them a huge shout out, thank you, okay? Pretty cool. Isn't that cool, Michelle? When you do that, I agree with you. I love rando. We call it rando nowadays, right? Don't we call it rando? And you're right. The only direction is up. This signature should be worth a good 19 cents, I'd say, by the first of the year. Okay? You're right, Derek. Maybe they didn't. You're one of those guys too, but you're getting it anyways. Derek sent a bunch of stuff in. Sent some stuff to Brock. Said, don't tell anybody. And I'm like, I'm telling anyways. So sorry, Derek. Be here tomorrow. Okay? Because Derek's an incredible gift giver. Quite a beautiful man. And he and Brock are lovely together. Absolutely lovely. Okay. Yeah, Michelle, did you send them? Who sent those? I want to read this. I posted it on this site on my IG page today, but I want to read it out loud. Because this is us, you guys. Can I get some more likes, please, on this page on YouTube? Can I get some more likes, please? And it's not for me that I ask. It's for the programming and the algorithms and all that stuff that drives it. Okay? I posted this earlier. Lizzie, I stole it from her. It was on her post last week, and I took a screenshot of it, and I saved it till Monday morning. And I posted it to start my week / our week, okay? And I feel like this talks about us. This group of others that is forming and continues to love and support each other. This one speaks directly to me. Especially if you fashion yourself somewhat of a leader. And we all are. You're all leading some portions of your lives, and people and stuff flock to you. If you fashion yourself somewhat of a leader, this is an important thing for you to be able to say. I will gather up the ones who stutter over their words. The stutterers. They don't have to be brilliant of speech. The stutterers. They can barely speak. I'll gather them up. The ones who dance without rhythm. Oh, that would be me. Awkward. I have no rhythm at all. But they dance without rhythm. Who roll down their windows and sing off key. I do that all the time. Just roll down my window. Singing in your car. I will build an orchard for the lonely to drink Holy Communion. A shelter for the flawed to wander home to. For the tired to lay down their fight-filled swords. And here the ones without a name can etch their unheard voices into trees and oceans and skies that are kissed by the sun. And we will finally have a place of belonging. God, that's beautiful. It was written by an Oli K, but it's so gorgeous. So well said. I'll gather up the ones who stutter over their words, the ones who dance without rhythm, who roll down their windows and sing off key. I'll build an orchard for the lonely to drink Holy Communion, a shelter for the flawed to wander home to, for the tired to lay down their fight-filled swords. And here the ones without a name can etch their unheard voices into trees and oceans and skies and mush labs, kissed by the sun. And they will finally have a place of belonging. Here we belong. I have some questions for you guys, but I'm going to do something else. May I read something else at you guys, please? May I read something else at you? Just freedom in itself does not mean anything unless you choose a creative path. Oh, we create a lot around here, don't we, you guys? There's a bunch of goodies behind me that are going to be given away today that were all created here. Very creative. Unless you choose a creative path. Either you go deeper into self-realization, or if you have a certain kind of talent that has been allowed to develop it more. You could not compose music because your hands were in chains. You could not dance because your feet were in chains. If you have a talent to be a dancer, then be a dancer. Then your freedom is complete. Your circle is complete. What's your creative path? You must be on a creative path. It is from you, RX1s. It's exactly from you last week. This is from you. Accept, then act. Ooh, wait a minute. You can't be fighting stuff all the time. The universe is going to throw stuff at you you don't expect. It wasn't expected. It wasn't on the game plan. You accept, and then you act. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if it was chosen by you. That's acceptance. I'm choosing this. Your attitude completely changes too. Watch what happens. No matter what you're in the middle of, if you're accepting it, you're choosing it. If you don't accept it, now you're fighting it, here comes pain. Always work with it, not against it. This will miraculously transform your whole life. I'm going to read that again. Accept and then act. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. This will miraculously transform your whole life. I have to read one more. I'm sorry. We're going to do these giveaways, I promise, but I have to do one more. Mushfest. I see you guys talking about Mushfest. It's happening, 122. Guess what starts tomorrow? Guess what starts tomorrow here? Do you guys remember less than 2 weeks ago we spoke into existence? We spoke into existence through positive magic. We spoke into existence that we're going to have a conference, or the garage is going to turn into a conference room. Yep, Mythical, you nailed it. Toys, you nailed it. You guys are smart. You guys are paying attention around here. Okay? The garage starts tomorrow. Get all the stuff out. Wait, I'm going to take pictures the whole time as we're doing. I'm going to be documenting this. I'm going to make it a really nice room. Big conference room. Put a couch out there, folding chairs, some big screen TV, pull down screen for our filming, big screen TV maybe. So put some speakers up in the corners to pump some music in there. You guys, what do you think? This is going to be exciting. I'm not kidding you. Yep, bring the Xbox out there. Brock can put his Xbox out there. This is going to be cool. You guys that have been over here already know how nice it can turn out if we just turn that room into like a classy, clean, epoxy finished floor. All that. We go out there and mop it easily and all that. It's going to be beautiful. Maybe 2 weeks and we should get it done. I'm so excited. I'm very, very excited. And then guess what happens? This winter, 122, it's going to be winter. We'll put heaters out there and it'll be nice and warm out there. We can hang out there and all through the house. And then that's extra sleeping area for people that want to bring a sleeping bag. We will definitely want the fire going, Lee. We definitely want that. And, excuse me, I have a fake fireplace. One of those fake fireplaces where the fire, it gives you a fake fire, but it also heats. We'll have that out there. So we'll have the old fake fireplace going. Okay? Yep, the glitter will be on, no, it's definitely going to be the glittery, like confetti-looking floor. You know how they do it, epoxy floors. Yeah. I cannot wait. Ram Dass. I love reading this, and I'm going to do a giveaway right after let you guys let me read this. Okay? It does get cold here, but I'll be honest with you, that room we're going to insulate, and it's going to be beautiful. We're looking forward to it. Okay. When you go out into the woods, will the statue be done? Oh, mythical. Oh, ding. Maybe. Could be. The will go, yes. More of goals. How's that? Okay, a statue. I forgot I was putting a statue of me out there. Just a little leaf. No, it didn't. We said it was going to be a mushroom. It was going to be a and then we said, no, it might not. There wouldn't be much of a disguise going on there. Do you guys remember? Oh, yeah. Can I get serious, please? When you go out into the woods and you look at trees, you see all these different trees. And some of them are bent and some of them are straight and some of them are evergreens and some of them are just whatever. And you look at the tree and you allow it. You see the why it is the way it is. You sort of understand that it didn't get enough light or it turned out that way. And you don't get all emotional about it. You just allow it. You just appreciate the tree. The minute you get near humans, you lose all that. And you're constantly saying, you are to this and I am to that. That judgment mind comes in. And so I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way they are. I practice turning people into trees. There's that word practice again. God, I love that word practice. And this is the funniest story. I just read this morning. You guys, I said yesterday, was it yesterday or was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday when Tad was over. By the way, Tad's going to be doing Tad and Cody here are going to be the worker bees to get all this done for you guys. So we're going to give them all kinds of appreciation. I said this the other day when Tad was here. I said, when I die and I come back my next life, I want to come back as a tree. I feel like I've earned the energy right to now evolve up to a tree. That's what I want to be. I don't want to be I've lived a good enough life. I don't think I'm going to be a spider this time. But if I could choose what's my next evolution, I literally would say, please make me a tree. Take all these molecules, whatever's left, whatever energy, make me a tree. And then here we are talking about practicing, looking at other people like they're trees. And I'll add one more thing in there. When I know, I look at people like that, I do. It's like, I like you just the way you are. All of my friends, I've never once told any of them, do something different, I'd like you better. I like you just the way you are. And then when I find somebody that's in an emotional situation or in a lot of anger, pain, frustration, things like that, I look at them. I've told you guys this before. I've told you this one before. I look at them like they're in wheelchairs. You're in an emotional wheelchair, a psychological wheelchair, a spiritual wheelchair. I am not going to go up to somebody that's in a wheelchair and push them over, slug them, put this in a stick in their wheel, make them trip. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I recognize you're in a wheelchair. If I can help push you up a ramp, I will. If you're flailing out and you're in that wheelchair, you don't want anyone near you and get away from me and you're swinging your cane at me, I'll stay away. It's not a problem. You're in a wheelchair. I'm not the guy that can help you right now. There's other people, plenty of people out there can help wheelchair guys. And then a lot of people I do. You're in a wheelchair. If you want me to push you up the ramp, I will. Does that make sense? Give me 5 people to say that kind of makes sense. I look at people like they're in wheelchairs. If you want help, I'm happy to help. If you're flailing at me, sitting in your chair and you're hitting the, stay in your chair and someone else will come along and help you. Yeah. And there's always those guys too. At the old folks home that I volunteer at, there's one guy, irascible old man. Just irascible, just cranky, mean, just like nothing. Let him work it out. He's sitting in a wheelchair. He's going to do what he's going to do over there. Let's do a giveaway. We're doing presidents today, okay? We're going to do presidents today. And the first question I'm asking is, which president? No, I'm not going to say it that way. Because anybody can look it up. I went to a list of presidents with the most children, and I picked one of the top 5 presidents with the most children. Go. One of the top 5 presidents with the most children. Washington, JFK, Truman, Eisenhower, Harry, Kennedy, Hoover, Roosevelt, Kennedy, Grant, Trump, Jefferson, Harris, Lincoln, Cleveland, Lincoln, Bush. Mavis got it with John Tyler. Mavis. Ceasefire. Here comes Mavis with all that brain power of hers. Yes, Mavis. John Tyler. Okay? And when I say I picked one off of the list, one of the top 5, I picked number 1. Number 1. Who the hell's John Tyler, right? Here's the first 10. The first 10. Okay, I want you guys, this is learning time. Even though we're giving away stuff, we want to learn a little bit too, right? And then Mavis, pick a number between 1 and 9. Mavis, you pick a number between 1 and 9. Okay? Meanwhile, it's John Tyler. Here's it in order. You're not going to believe who number 2 on the list is. I was super surprised by who number 2 on the list is. Okay? Number 1 is John Tyler. Number 2 is Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson had 14 kids and maybe more. John Tyler, 16 kids and maybe more. William Henry Harrison, 11. Rutherford B. Hayes, 8. Garfield, 7. Zachary Taylor, 6. And then we've got Cleveland, Roosevelt, and George H. Bush all had 6. Okay? So, Mavis, did you pick a number between 1 and 9? I missed it. I'm sure you did. What's our number between 1 and 9? They didn't have, well, they had used sheepskin, believe it or not. Sheep guts. Number 9, Mavis picked. Number 9. So number 9, we're still working with some old school. We're still working with some old school lettering. Okay, that's nice. Nick, 16 kids is an awful lot. I agree. An awful lot. Let me read this. And Mavis, I have this out. I'm going to show you what it is. Looks like you got some HB. Looks like you got some HB in here. Stand by. You have a couple of choices to make too. Give me 1 second. I wanted to tell you guys this. The average president had 4.1 children. The most frequent number of children is 2, which happened 11 times. 11 times. James Buchanan and George Washington did not have any biological children. Their children were theirs through marriage. So, interesting factoids, okay? HB, nice little HB in there. That's right, John. Tippy Canoe and Tyler too. John Tyler was a military man. I am going to ask you, let's get back to Mavis. Mavis, you're getting an individually wrapped in there as well. And then you're going to tell me which would you rather have. Which would you rather have, Mavis? I'm giving you a third package. Everybody's going to get a choice on their third package today. You can either have, these are freeze-dried, or you can have these supplements, which are they're a half a gram each. These are the big boys. Okay, Tad, you have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon, bro. So, Mavis, which of these two do you want? Top or bottom? Top or bottom? The sups. You got it. Okay. So this, and this are all going out to Miss Mavis today. Boop, out. Okay. I am opening up the floor for the next 10 minutes. We were going to read out of this, but not today. Back on this tomorrow. We're going to do mail call, and we're going to be back on impeccability tomorrow. Okay? For the next 10 minutes. We did this Thursday, and there was just a lot of people on Friday said, Pops, do it again, do it again, do it again. This morning, for the next 10 minutes, question and answer. So, ask a question, we'll get you an answer. I don't know if it's going to be right. We'll answer. Okay? Fire away. Oh, I caught you guys by surprise. Who's got a question? The first one that I see is the first question I'm going to read. I only ask because those are damn high chews. How long are mushrooms stored in darkened? Matthew, okay. No, not years, and it all depends on how you've cured them. Freeze-dried, maybe you'll get them to last 2 months. And the problem with freeze-dried is you have to have an oxygen absorber in package sealed with it, because the minute freeze-dried catches any air, the wetness in the air wants to start turning the freeze-dried back into a wet mushroom. So we have to keep them sealed, and we want to keep an oxygen absorber. They'll last about 2 months that way in a cool, dry place. After that, they even start to lose some of their potency. Dehydrated. If you take dehydrated, and they're completely cracker crisp, dehydrated, and you put desiccant packets in as well, and you seal that, you can get those from, I would say, last a year. Up to a year, I've been able to hold the potency on them. I've never seen years, and I wouldn't know how long after that. Okay, Rick Small, what's your substrate go to? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. The substrate goes to the mix. You mix it with the spawn, and you turn that into your cakes. Okay, and a basic mix. Okay, we stay incredibly basic here. And as you see, you've seen me post all the time, test trays. We do a lot of testing, a lot. And I used to be Mr. Substrate Tester. Like, I reached out to every substrate guy out there. In the online, people out there that are selling substrates, any vendors, anything. I was looking for somebody that could do it better than me. You know, there's got to be some special mix out there. There's got to be. The truth is, human brain, we try to outthink mushrooms, and the mushrooms are smarter than us. The mushrooms are so incredibly basic. They'll grow almost anywhere, right? And we overthink it. And this is what I came to the conclusion after 2 years worth of Mr. Substrate experimenter. I'm going to put coffee grounds in. I'm going to put gypsum in. I'm going to put in cow manure. I'm going to use every ingredient. I'm going to use chipmunk poop. I'm going to every known, pig only, turtle only, every possible mix that you could think of. I've tried. Doesn't make a bit of difference with cubensis mushrooms. Other mushrooms, the gourmet mushrooms, you can do a little bit. They might want some dung. But a cubensis, it wants 2 things, period. cocoa and vermiculite. And the only reason, it really just wants the cocoa. It's a substrate. That's just the net for the mycelium to grow in. That's why it's called a substrate. It's not even soil. It's a substrate. It's like a net that your mycelium gets to weave through. And the only reason that we add vermiculite to the cocoa is because cocoa by itself gets super soggy and super wet, and the mycelium doesn't like to go through it. So the vermiculite's an aerator, a spacer, okay? I do not add gypsum. I do not add coffee grinds. I don't add anything else. It does not make one bit of difference to the shroom. You don't get a bigger tub and this one's small. It just doesn't matter. And 9 out of 10 times, you end up overdoing it. The human ego wants it to be complicated, and I have the special blend, and I'm the guy with the answer. No, it's cocoa and vermiculite, and take it to town. And I think some of you guys have seen pictures of my tubs. That's all I use. And I sort of get on a soapbox about it because here I've gone on longer than I should have. It is absolutely unnecessary to overcomplicate your substrates. Sometimes I'll add 10% worm castings. Sometimes it doesn't even need it. Okay? How about coffee grounds? Same thing, Sean. Coffee grinds in the grain. Absolutely unnecessary. Absolutely. Now people do it. People swear by it. They all have their techniques. But if somebody's asking Pops, I say, Pops, why am I going to put coffee grinds in there if it doesn't need it? Now, if it needed it, like it won't perform without it, then of course that's part of the recipe. But I don't complicate things on purpose. I make it as basic. Let's take it all the way back to as, if it works at basic, my ego is good enough to say I can stay basic. I don't need to complicate things. Okay? The perlite, what's the point of perlite? Perlite is the white material, and we use the perlite as a vapor, as a moisture retainer. So we'll get the perlite wet, a layer of perlite, and get it soaking wet. Usually use 90% water, 10% hydrogen peroxide, and then the water will stay fresh for a long time on the perlite. You pour it on the perlite, and it creates a moisture, and now you'll have humidity coming up out of the ground if your tub's covered because your perlite's been wet. Okay? And yes, no, we don't sterilize the cocoa. We pasteurize. Okay? We pasteurize. There's a big difference between sterilizing and pasteurizing. I'll give you an example. Here, this page right here is sterilized. It's completely clean. The opportunity for other biological things, bacteria and stuff to attack this is very high now because it's super duper clean. If I just pasteurize my soil, I get it sort of clean, but it still has some fighting ingredients in it that'll help fight off the other bacteria that's coming along. And mycelium can survive that too. So you don't, there's really not nutrients in the cocoa. The nutrients it's in the grain that we're bringing into the cocoa. It's the spawn itself. That's the nutrients. That's why when people are thinking, oh, I'm getting some kind of special nutrients out of the soil. No, you're really not. Because mushrooms don't have roots. So they're not going down there and trying to get a nutrient out of the soil or the substrate. That's just a net. The mushroom is getting its nutrients out of the air. That's how it eats. It sucks in humidity and warm air. So people make that mistake thinking there's nutrients in the soil, and I beg to differ with them. That's not where the nutrients are coming from. So they're coming from the grain. We brought that, hold on. We're bringing in, that's your nutrient right there. That's your nutrient. All of this, it's not even completely consumed yet, right? There's still stuff to eat, but we're going to take that, we're going to mix it into our cocoa, And it's going to start eventually, within 10 to 12 days, it's going to start fruiting. But there's still a lot more nutrients in here. That's your second, third, and fourth flushes in here, right? Because that's going to continue. The mycelium is going to continue to work on that, continue to work on that. This is your nutrients. You bring it in with your spawn, okay? So I hope that helped. And that's my storied opinion. In other words, I've been at it for a long time. And I am not the only answer in the game. And other people, they believe in the coffee. By all means, do it. If it's giving you amazing fruit, you keep doing that. And find the winning ingredients for yourself. Somebody here parroted what I said. Stay basic. It's already, you know what? If you're going to do 150 tubs, 177 tubs, I don't have time to be as complicated as somebody that's, I'm going to do 2 and I'm going to be a mad scientist at it. I don't have that time. I have to stay basic. Does that make sense? The most nutritious grain spawn. That's a great question. And I typically believe that I get my rye berry is probably my best spawn. Millet's the best for spreading, and I get a good mix. I probably get the best fruit from rye berry. Yep, Buck, stay basic. Stay basic. Gold, you're answering my question. Hey, Pops, how about poops and substrate? Now that I've said all of the gold, I'm not being rude to you, but you can answer your own question. Why would I put poop in my substrate if that's not basic? No poop in substrate. Okay, not necessary. And it truly is not necessary. I'll run a tray right next to one. I'll put poop in one and nothing in the other, and they will perform just as well because it's about my genetics. And then it's about how FAE afterwards. It's about how I maintain my tub. That's where you're going to get your growth. Not in some special ingredient. I got 22% coffee grain, so I know my mushrooms are going to be perfect. No, has nothing to do with it. Rye is what Terrence said too. I didn't know that. Okay, Gold, I didn't mean to be offensive at all. Okay. Sean, what if you really have to go? Well, then you go use the bathroom. Don't use your tub. Okay? Give me one more question, and then we're going to do 2 giveaways here. I got 2 really nice giveaways still. You're welcome, Numa. I'm learned today. These are good questions, though. You guys are asking great questions. Good questions. Don't use your tub, Bucky. So, looks like, thank you, Shasta Lady. Thank you. Why are albinos strike? I don't know that they are. I don't have a real hard problem with my albino fruits. Now, your PE, your penis envy strains, they take a little bit longer. They might be 3 to 4 days longer to colonize in fruit. But those aren't all albinos either. And I personally really like the albino strains for the one simple reason. Sometimes I can't get to the tubs. Like it used to be, oh man, I was right in there. I could get them right before they pop the veil and your timing would always be perfect. Now, sometimes some of the tubs are running a little bit long. When those albinos open, the caps open, and they sporulate, they spread their spores, it's not so bad because it's not that black purple spore that'll end up making everything look so dirty and bad. So I personally like it when my albinos spread and then I don't see that oversporulation. And apes are my absolute personal favorite too. They're not only are they my favorite to grow, but they're my favorite for microdosing too. Okay, this is ape right here. You guys, another commercial. These I've got an overabundance of them. I'd like to get them into some of your guys' hands. Okay. One more question. Give me one more question. Any more? Yeah, you know what, Lee? That HBGT mix, Brock's been doing that, and it's like something else. I purchased a fogger to mist my mushrooms into pinning, then I'll back down fogger for fruiting. Good or bad idea? Okay, I purchase a fogger to mist my mushrooms into pinning. Then I'll back down fogger for fruiting. Okay, so misting. Misting. We do misting, but we do it for a reason. The real reason for misting is simple. We have a tub and we have a lid, and it should be a gasket seal. We try to have a gasket seal, so there's air doesn't escape up here, okay? But it escapes out the ports like we designed the tub to be. Sometimes you don't have a gasket seal, it's not the end of the world. Now, when we missed, here's the reason you missed. Humidity control. You're trying to maintain humidity in this box, and you want it over 90%. Why? Let's go back to what I said about our mushrooms. Our mushrooms are sitting here, and they're drinking out of the sky. They're drinking the humid air. And the wetter, the more humid the air is for them, the more opportunity they have to drink and eat. So if it's real dry up here, they're not eating very well. They're going to get stunted. And it's a big, big challenge. Your challenge is keep your tub, inside your tub, humid, over 90%, and keep air flowing through. Keep air flowing through. What we end up doing in the lab, we do this. We keep it humid by keeping the lid on. And when we open the lid, the minute we open the lid, we've just escaped humidity. We've just expressed humidity out. It's gone. It went from 90% humidity to about 20% humidity that fast, just by taking the lid off. So what we do, the reason we missed, is not to get the surface wet. You're not watering mushrooms like you water weed. You're not. You barely ever want to get water on the surface, ever. That's where contamination comes from. The misting is you mist the walls, the inside walls of your tub. You mist those. And then you mist the lid, the bottom side of the lid, and you close it real quick. And you've just recaptured your humidity back in the box. So you've opened it up, you've fanned it for a minute so you get some oxygen, you do your inspection, boop, you've missed it, close it back up. Now she's back up at 90% humidity, and these fellas have something to drink for the next 4 hours until you go back and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it every 4 hours through the whole fruiting phase, and you'll end up with stuff like this. You don't, and you'll end up with shrinky-dinky little things, and you're going to say, oh, well, I should have put cocoa, or I should have put coffee grinds in my substrate. No, had nothing to do with coffee grinds in your substrate, okay? And misting, so back to the fogger. Foggers, they're fun. I have 4 of them. They're fun. They're an overdoer. Every time I put a fogger inside my tub, I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to end up with a real wet substrate. It's all going to fall down. It's going to get my substrate wet. Just will. They're fun. I like to play with them. I like watching my tub fill up, but it's going to over wet my substrate. I just mist my tub walls with a nice atomizer, close it back up. I now have humidity back in my tub. Basic. Again, I've been there. I bought 4 different foggers and tried the fogging systems and just missed my tub walls, missed the lid, close it back up. I now have my humidity back in there. And it took nothing to do, and it's really basic. Didn't spend a dime on a mister, it cost me $20 for my mister. Okay? So, that's enough questions for today. Thank you for letting me answer all those questions. And I know as I talk about it, I seem like a know-it-all. I want to finalize everything. This is just my practices. Other mycologists out there may have other ways, and I have no authority to say mine is the only way. That's not true. There's a million ways to grow mushrooms. I do a really good job, though. Don't I do a good job? Give me 5 people that say Pops knows how to grow mushrooms. We like his tubs. Give me 5 people, and then I'll do a giveaway. I want somebody to tell me I'm wonderful. Tell me my tubs are wonderful. I'll send you guys pictures later today. There you go. Keep it simple. Yep. Thank you, guys. And I mean that sincerely about to keep it simple. I have a lab that's filled with a million things. A million things. You guys come over here, you touch two things and that's it. It's beautiful, it's fun. A lot of Disneyland stuff there. Don't need don't need I need a bag of substrate. I need one of these. I need a tub, and I need a willingness to do this. That's it. That is it. Okay. Another giveaway. Thank you, guys. What a great morning. Okay, this is going to be presidents. The top 10, excuse me, the top 10 most educated presidents. I picked one off of the list. They rated them by education, where they went to school and all of this business. Top 10 most educated presidents. Adams, Eisenhower, Lincoln, Kennedy, Jefferson, Eisenhower. Some of these are on the list, but they're not the one I picked. Okay, Carter, Grant, Bush, Obama, Roosevelt, Reagan, Ford, Trump, JFK, Lincoln, Jackson, Obama, Taft, Kennedy, yes, Garfield, Obama, my wife, yeah, thank you, James, Hayes, Jackson, Garfield, Lincoln, Obama, Truman, Bush, Taft, Tyler, Washington, Eisenhower, Jackson, Bush Sr., Adams, Nixon, Trump, John Q., Bush Sr., Hoover, Hayes, LBJ, Garfield, Nixon, Biden, Bush Jr., Biden. Top 10 most educated presidents. Pop, JFK, Ford, Reagan, Wilden, Grant, Reagan, Ford, Fillmore, Carter, Williams, Ford, Lincoln, Wilson, Biden, Washington, Hamilton, Hayes, Roosevelt, Hayes. I just haven't seen him yet, you guys. I can't believe you haven't said it. Wilson, Washington, Woodrow, Taft, Wilson, Nixon, Clifford, Bud Daz, Clinton, Bill Clinton. Did you guys know he's an Oxford scholar? This guy had one of the most rare opportunities. He was brilliant genius guy out of college. And he was awarded a scholarship to Oxford to go over to England and study for a couple of years. Oxford scholar. Come on. Billy Clinton he goes after the girls, sure, but he's a brain. Yeah. Bud Daz, you got it. Give me a number between 1 and 9. Buddy. Yeah, they had him enrolled in programs in his high school. You're right, Lee. You guys know that in Arkansas. You guys are all over it. Too bad he thinks with the other head. Well, I think some of us did that when we were younger. Did I get a number? Did Bud Daz pick a number between 1 and 9? 3. 3 it is. 3. Oh, you're going to be happy, Bud. You get the 18-cent special, but you're also going to get ape. Okay? You're going to get ape. Here we go. Some beautiful apes in there. Tad's not here to tell us anymore. He left already, but these will make you surf across the kitchen floor. You'll surf right across the kitchen floor on a half a G. Half a G. Be careful. Be careful. You also are going to get you are going to make a decision. You're getting an individually wrapped. That's an automatic. Okay? But, Bud, which do you want? Do you want blueberries? This is Ghost freeze-dried, or do you want an apple crisp? And that apple crisp is very, 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 very strong. Should have 1 gram infused in there. Okay? So which one do you want, top or bottom? Take the black hockey block. Which do you want, buddy? This is probably a good choice. Probably, not that the other isn't too, but this. Okay, so that's for you, buddy Bud. Thank you. Let's do one more giveaway, and we're going to get you guys out of here. I ran long because I took that last question. Let me read the list. Educated presidents. Barack Obama, number one. They say he's got the best education. Bill Clinton, Richard Nixon, Donald Trump, Gerald Ford, John F. Kennedy, George W. Bush, Woodrow Wilson, and Eisenhower. Okay. Now I'm going to ask one more question. This is one more question. Who was the last president? This isn't on a list. This is just straight up. You got to have the answer. Okay? Who was the last president to become president without earning a college degree? He went to a couple of classes, but he doesn't have a college degree. Go. Taft. No, Taft was Supreme Court judge, lawyer. Bush Sr. No. Bush Sr. went to Yale. Lincoln. That's a great answer, but much later than Lincoln. Washington, Taylor, Bush, Carter. Toys got it. Truman. Harry S. Truman. Last president to last person to become president without earning a college degree. So great job, Toys. Great job. Isn't that interesting, you guys? Andrew Johnson, right, who was Lincoln's vice president, he had no formal education whatsoever. Franklin Pierce was the first president to have an advanced degree, like a master's. Okay? Toys, 1 through 5, which do you want? 1 through 9. 1 through 9. Which one do you want, Toys? Which one do you want, Toys? So now you're giving it to Terry. That's fine. What are we going to do here? Pick a number between 1 and 9, either Toys or Terry. Okay, that's nice of you, Toys. Thank you. Terry, it looks like it's up to you now. I need you to pick a number between 1 and 9. 7, sounds good. 7, you got a B nature. Okay, and it's Ghost. Congratulations. This should be nice. Oh, these are freeze-dried. Freeze-dried in here. Okay? Oh, Jeopardy music would be right. Oh, it'd be great, Nick. So you got that freeze-dried. I'm going to give you an individually wrapped. Excuse me. I'm going to give you an individually wrapped amount of mushrooms here. And on the final one, every day this week, we're giving away a cookie. An infused cookie. Okay? These are from Bird Watcher. Okay? He made these and sent them in, so we're going to be giving these away for the final, at least in the final box every day this week. So congratulations to Terry. Terry, you need to get me a reading of some sort and your address and DM that to me so I can get this stuff out to you. Toys, that was incredibly generous of you. You'll probably win something else this week. Congratulations to everybody. Thanks for letting me be here today. Thanks for letting me expound. And tomorrow morning, we will be doing our mail call. And we may just do a little, and then we're going to read out of the book. Okay? Mark, you can go to my DM me on Detroit_Mushlab. Detroit_Mushlab. And that's where anybody, Rasta, you're here. Okay, nice. That's where anybody looking for something can reach me. Pops, peace. I love you guys. Did you guys have a good day today? Give me a few people said that I have a good day, and then we're going to scroll out. Do we have a neat day today? Amelia, thanks for writing that down. I felt like it was a pretty nice show. Pretty good day. Yes? I feel like it was a really nice day. I don't know why. Maybe because I started with sunglasses. Maybe look at Tuckum. Maybe because I started them with sunglasses. I mean, I have to put these back on to read you guys, but don't forget, Pops can be pretty cool when he wants to. Get out of here. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Gold and Kim and Toys and Greg and Miss Caddy and Victor, love you, and Goldie and Mom's Munchies and Pedro and Free and Shasta and Numa and April. Oh, April, love to see you here. Ant and Ginger and Goldie and Mavis. Mavis the smart one. Jesus Christ is here. Miss Cat and Greg Horn. Pops is a badass. That's who he is. Love Joey D and Sean and Corey and Free and Kimberly and Lee. Dudes are like that. Greg and Back Nine and Nikki and Toys and Lizzie Lou and Logan. Adios. And you guys have a beautiful day. I've caught you up. Sandman, tomorrow I got one of your presents to show. Victor and Gold and all of y'all. All of you. Wow. Pops. Peace. See you guys here tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Be kind to one another.